Absolutely huge, massive Manchester United updates on this evening show here on Forever United TV. Obi-Martin decision this week, breakthrough with Ugarte, Jarrad Branthwaite off. It's like when you say you're going out, well, I'm going out. Well, this is off. Details coming. Stay tuned, everybody. We're going to go into that as well. Xavi Simons and what Ruud van Nistelrooy is doing in trying to get this deal over the line. There is just too much going on right now. Again, I had the afternoon off, bit of family time, trying to chill out. United were playing. We've watched that in peace. We're going to talk about the game. We're going to talk about who impressed you the most, what you think of Euro, all of that, as well as bringing in your conversations and your opinions to the show. This is Forever United TV. I'm Adam. Saturday evening, United have had another exceptionally positive day in this transfer window and in pre-season. Loads to talk through, loads of stuff to get deep dived into as well. Plenty of detail I want to bring you from both sides of certain deals as well. Give the video a like. I'm going to go for 1,000 bleeding likes because I had the midday show off because we was out. I'm thinking I had the game off, give everyone a chance to watch it, so we want 1,000 likes on the show today. And of course, guys, this is Forever United TV. I'm Adam. Make sure you subscribe so you're thought of every single bit of news. There was a few little things that have happened while I've been away today. Not so much away, like was there this morning, covered everything that was going on. Some stuff from that show has actually materialised into bigger stories, and we're going to get through that now as well. But yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody. I can see loads of you in the chat already, loads of regulars, loads of new faces as well. Please do make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like, we're already up to 100 likes and we are 1.5 minutes into the show. It's got to be a record. Surely that is a record. Keep it going, guys. Let's go into what is happening. Let's talk with the obvious first of all. The news broke round about midday-ish. Manuel Ugarte to Manchester United has moved and ever closer, a step closer. Sancho, European journalist, covers all different leagues. He's always a foot of League One and the Premier League. He has said that Manchester United and PSG are even closer to agreeing a deal now. Price-wise is where we're at. Obviously, after Romano broke this weekend that Manchester United had agreed personal terms with Manuel Ugarte, United are moving double time yet again. We only spoke this morning about other options in midfield for Manchester United, and all of a sudden it's just like we have a show, we talk about another option, and then bang, United come in with more news. Like literally every single 1/2 of a day there's another breaking story with Manchester United right now, and it is that Ugarte is going to be top target. Manchester United are all in. There is an agreement in place with him, with his personal terms, and there is a close deal now. Now, Fabrizio Romano, as you can see the tweet at the bottom, communications between PSG and Manchester United are still going on. It could be a few days yet before we get to the latter stages of that. Latter stages means this deal is done pretty much because personals are already out the way. Obviously, Ugarte is over in South America. It's not going to be any issue. If we need to get anything done while we're over on the US part of the tour as well, let's not forget that. Things can get done. You can obviously come over to Carrington and do it there. We can do medicals over on that side of the pond as well. So when you look at it, it's a win-win for Manchester United on that one, as long as we get the deal done. Now, PSG's situation and why this is moving forward fast, we've got an update on this one here with you for you as well, guys, which is from their pursuit of João Neves. Fabrizio Romano again has been on top of this, saying Paris Saint-Germain have sent official proposal for João Neves after personal terms agreed. Benfica president Rui Costa, there's a proposal for João Neves. This is a quote. We are discussing the amount. I never said that João would leave only for 120 million, Rui Costa added. So he's now come out, the Benfica president Rui Costa, and said that he didn't say it was 120. There is an agreement. There's not an agreement with the players' personal terms with PSG for João Neves to PSG, and now both clubs are talking and communicating over a deal. So PSG, one midfielder in, one midfielder out. They want to push this forward very quickly because they want to rubber stamp João Neves. That's the update from their side of things from PSG. So 2 deals going on for them in the one and the one out. And that leaves Manchester United in a pretty safe position right now. They are not budging still, though. But somehow, with what's been said, and Romano saying that talks are ongoing, it's getting closer next few days, possibly before the final stages. Sancho as well saying that Manchester United and PSG are very, very close to this agreement now. You would start to think that one or both is starting to drop or up a price somewhere along the line. There's going to be something middle ground, I don't know what it's going to be. So we've heard stories of 38 from United, whereas PSG want 60, and that's in pounds. So, what, 45, 50 million mark? Have United got enough money for that? Are they confident that Scott McTominay is going to be sold like we discussed the other night? There's all sorts going on right now within this, but it's the price that everybody's waiting for. It's the agreement on the fee that everybody is waiting for the announcement for. And that apparently is very, very close now. And that's what's important in this deal. And Manchester United looking to secure their third signing. It does fully look like, when we've discussed all of the players that are available for Manchester United that we're bidding for, it does look like it is going to be Ugarte next. That's where Manchester United are prioritising. And again, we're getting the same sort of reports and the same stories coming out of the media world, and saying basically, like it was with Euro, like it was with Joshua Zirkzee, that Manchester United are moving fast. They're in constant dialect and communication with the player, with the club. Ten Hag's talking to the player. He's made sure that everything is happy there, personal terms wise, and everything's in place. And now United, they just go at it in a different way, don't they? And it is brilliant to see, and a breath of fresh air. Hopefully we get it done as quickly as we did the Euro one, i.e. within a week of that actually happening going forward. But yeah, we are looking really positive on the Ugarte side of things right now. Moving on to the other news. I'm going to come to your chat as well very soon, guys, because we've got lots to talk about. I want to get through the main headlines. Obi-Martin decision. We talked about him this morning. The young 16-year-old superstar from Arsenal's academy. Record-breaking numbers at Arsenal's academy level. Best that the club have ever had. He has turned down the agreement. He's turned down the offer from Arsenal. He's had a few different clubs that he's gone and visited. I'll say it again, not Manchester City, which is important in all of this, but Manchester United being one of them, and United are confident that they can secure Obi-Martin's next contract, which probably will be a pro contract, and we can get him in as well. But it has been said that he will take a week to make a decision, and then we'll know by the end of the coming week whether or not we are going to get the 16-year-old superstar striker, you could say. The numbers that he's been putting up in the youth team are absolutely ridiculous. So if we can get another star like that in the making into Manchester United's squad and into our academy numbers, then boom, we're happy with that. So let's go ahead and get that in. Extra bit of good news there at no extra cost, and possibly one of the best strikers going forward in the Premier League. I won't say in the Premier League, but again, a potential one. Like, you can only play who's in front of you, and they go up level by level. We'll judge him when he gets to the Premier League, and if he does keep that standard up. But if we can get him in at least and start to progress with everything that's going on at Manchester United now, and Wilcox coming in and that academy level of performance going up and up and up with this new structure, then I think it's a no-brainer. If United can get him, go and do what you have to make it happen. And it will be another signing for the future for Manchester United. We talked last night about Olmo. His buyout clause has ended. So this week we'll find out where he's going, because you're going to get bids in from other European clubs. But another young forward player in Xavi Simons, it looks like he's destined for the Bundesliga. But that report is that there's another report out that that's not quite the case. There is more to this with Xavi Simons, and Ruud van Nistelrooy feels confident that he can turn the player's head and get him over to Manchester United, or convince him to come to Manchester United. As we know, PSG are looking to loan Simons out only, simply because that sell-on clause that PSV have got over PSG for Simons kicks in after 2024. It's gone, so basically, sorry. So they need to have sold him before 2024, June 2024, for PSV to get anything. So obviously they don't want any of that money going to PSV, so they're going to loan him out again. He's not in favour with Enrique, and then look to sell him after 2024. Loan with an obligation to buy, something like that. But yeah, Van Nistelrooy apparently is in on this now, and he's talking to Simons and trying to convince him to come into the club. Nothing else has happened with that. There's no other breaking news or anything major or cutthroat in terms of definites. It's just Van Nistelrooy is in, trying to turn his head, and United trying to sabotage Bayern Munich's bid to take him on loan to the Bundesliga again. So yes, that's where Simons is at right now. When it comes to Jarrad Branthwaite, as I said before in the intro, there's off and then there's off. For me, Branthwaite is now definitely off. It's not just for me. It's basically David Ornstein tweeting out earlier on that Jarrad Branthwaite will not be sold. Everton have made it very clear, unless their valuation is met, ludicrous, then he will be going nowhere. Even though the collapse of the takeover of the football club, they are not being pushed into selling Jarrad Branthwaite. He is off the table and will not be leaving Everton this summer unless someone bids 70 million. Looks like you're staying in the relegation fight, Jarrad. Sorry, buddy. And it does look like Manchester United will be taking De Ligt, and then maybe your chance is gone and you can't move to Manchester United, and Everton will realise that they made a massive mistake in not selling him for a decent price when they could. We'll see. We may be proved wrong, and he has another great season. His price carries on going up and up and up in Everton's eyes. I don't know about everyone else, but yeah, David Ornstein coming out and saying that Manchester United have left the negotiation tables with Jarrad Branthwaite simply off what Everton has said. Look, United are not moving anywhere with their price. Everton are not moving anywhere with their price. And moving forward, there's going to be no Jarrad Branthwaite leaving Everton. It's an impossibility, it seems. So, yes, that is the situation with most of the transfers. I'm going to get into details on a few more of these now and get your opinions on these. So, get your comments ready and get in, guys. We're already over 250 likes, so that 1,000 mark looks like it is officially on. And also, guys, don't forget to make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. We are well and truly on the road to 50k. We are, just over 500 away from 50k now. It is moving rapid style. The channel is growing enormously. I've totally lost for what word to use there then. But yeah, it's like right now, again, we've got well over 1,000 in the room with us watching the show. Really appreciate all of your support. So, let's go and get into the chat and see what you guys are saying on all them topics there. We got loads to get through, absolutely loads to get through. There is a poll going as well, guys, for the game that has gone. We are going to touch on the game at the end of the show. We're going to give you opinions on the news and the transfer market first, and then we'll go into the game as well and analyse that a little bit. Who impressed you the most in today's pre-season win over Rangers? 2-0 win for Manchester United. Goals from Ahmad and Joe Hugel. Who was it who stood out for you, though? We'll give you 3 options. Over 800 of you have voted already in the first 10 minutes, which is mental. Thank you for that, guys. Ahmad is leading the way with 70%. Sancho 3%. Euro 27%. I feel like the Sancho one is just simply because some people are still not having him being back at Manchester United rather than his performance. So, yeah, get voted in that poll as well, guys. We'll keep that running all the way through till we start the conversation. But, yeah, let's get into everything else which is going on. We do have a tiny update on Facundo Palestra. We've been waiting for one, and we have got a little one coming out. I'm just going to read into this now for you guys, and it has come from, I think it's a Greek journalist. Greek side Panathinaikos are in talks with Manchester United to sign Facundo Palestra. Hopefully we start getting a bit of momentum with Facundo Palestra and news on his departure from United. Look, I love the guy. I wish he had time at United more, but I think we have to accept the inevitable, which is that Facundo Palestra is going to be leaving Manchester United. As that develops, we'll go more into that, and we'll get your opinions on all of this. In terms of players leaving and whether you think they should be leaving in the first place. Let me just have a look. Let me just see now where we're at. Let's get some of your comments. Was it only me, or did Ten Hag look stupid sat with Van Nistelrooy today? Van der Man looks more like the boss to me. I don't know, mate. Honestly, Ten Hag looks like a happy man at the moment, and he should be. Things are moving in the right direction for him. I'm trying to get some comments on the actual transfer stuff as well. A lot of people are actually talking about the game, so maybe we'll move to that in a moment. I have got more updates coming through as well all of the time at the moment. Just bear with me 1 minute while I get up another one now. Okay, right. In terms of Obi-Martin, Graham Bailey has actually just tweeted out in the last few minutes. I've seen someone just put this up in the chat as well. Well done, guys, for keeping the foot over everything. But it's a breaking news, which is that Manchester United have agreed personal terms over the potential signing of Chido Obi-Martin. Graham Bailey has just broke this news now. And yeah, this, like, we thought and we heard before that it's going to be a week, but we've seen Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano on Friday night talking up this deal and Manchester United being over it. You usually don't get Ornstein and Romano talking about a deal unless it's pretty much rubber stamped, as in a definite and or a significant possibility that it's going to happen. Thank you for that, donated member Tom. Ian Jackson has just taken that. Welcome to the members club, Ian Jackson. Thank you for all your contributions, guys. They have been immense as always over the last few days as well as all of you guys tuning in. I love it. It is a real community here on FUTV. But yes, guys, do any of you actually know or have seen or looked at any academy footage of Obi-Martin? He is an absolute diamond of a player. I said it on the morning show earlier on. I said, look, Arsenal fans are doing their nut over this guy. They really are. There were positive talks with Arteta about him staying, but it's gone past that now and he's turned it down. And it does look, and Graham Bailey's saying that he is on his way to Manchester United. It's personal terms agreed, and we have another young player coming into the football club with massive amounts of potential. So it is really promising right now with what's going on with the younger people at United. Graham Bailey again has put understands HITC understands that Manchester United have agreed personal terms over the potential signing of Arsenal starlet Obi-Martin. United confident, but other clubs still in the mix with Sean Webby. That's right. That's an actual show that he's been doing, a podcast. But yeah, so Manchester United have agreed personal terms with Obi-Martin, and other clubs are trying to jump in on this deal now. We'll see what happens. He's a striker, mate. He's an out-and-out striker. He's broken all goal-scoring numbers, scoring last season 5 in one game, 4 in one game, 3 in one game. He's very Charlie McNeil in terms of breaking records. One of them players. And we all know that Charlie didn't make it. He's now left Manchester United and gone to Sheffield Wednesday. So time will tell whether this kid is the real deal or not. You can only judge them at each level that they go through. And when they're at the top of every single level that they've been at through the whole youth setup, then you do pay attention to that player. And whether or not we'll see him now break into the team or break into any Premier League team wherever he decides to go by the end of this window, then you could properly judge him there. Like, if you're breaking in at 17, 18, you've usually got something in your armoury, and you've usually got something that is good enough to be a first-team Premier League player. Whether or not he's good enough for Manchester United with the players that we've got at the football club, that's another thing. But they can only take the chance, and United can only bring in the best and try and develop the best. And if they prove that they can cope in that first team, then you see them like Garnacho, like Casemiro, like we said the other day, like we said this morning. If there is a chance for these players to make it into the first team, like we've seen with Garnacho, like we've seen with Kobe, Cambuala at times as well. Obviously, we're bringing an 18-year-old Joro up into the scene now as well. These players are going to be more interested in coming to United than anywhere else. So yeah, let's see what happens and how this develops. I'll keep an eye on this as we do the show and go through everything else. But over 1,200 in the room, over 400 likes. You guys are on a kill today. Loving it. It's good to be back in the studio as well, doing normal content. It's been a wild one over these last few days, but you guys have stuck by it, and I love it. But yeah, get your comments in. Like, do you know who this kid is? Let me know what you think about Facundo Palestre as well. We're talking Ahmad. Most of you have gone with Ahmad for man of the match. Like, seriously, Ahmad right now, he is staking a claim. And you can see why Manchester United have turned down a bid in excess of 30 million from a big European club. Those were the reports, I think, 2 weeks ago now. We were talking about Ahmad. It's crazy to think 2 weeks ago we hadn't even signed a player. And now look where we are. On the cusp of bringing in another 2 or 3 players. Yeah, they may be younger, but on Ugarte, obviously first team, maybe Delict now that Branthwaite is off the scene. But look where we are. Like, we could have business done before the season even starts, which would be a miracle. We're not talking end of the transfer window here for Manchester United. We're talking end of the bleeding month. End of before the season starts. Gotta get your words out, Adam. It is impressive the way United are operating, and it just keeps getting better and better. It's like I was saying to Kaz earlier on today. It's like I see news before and I say, oh, United are getting close to signing Ugarte. Like last summer, I would just laughed that off and walked away and not even thought about talking about it. Now when you get news coming out that United are close to agreeing personal terms or terms agreed, or United are close with so-and-so club about agreeing a fee for this player, you actually turn on, you switch onto it, because you know that this United is not what it was. You know that this United is making moves happen. And when you get something like that, you're like, oh, this actually, I feel like this actually now is happening. I'm going to have a look at this. Zolzam says, João Neves going for 75 million. What's your opinion on that? Do you wish we steal instead of Ugarte? Look, I would always say take Neves over Ugarte. I think he's a more rounded player. But Manchester United haven't got that Wonga right now. I'll be disappointed if we buy Ugarte for more than 45 million, knowing that we probably could have got enough together and gone for Neves properly. So I don't think we will. I think Manchester United are very, very structured in the way that they operate and with what money they've got to their means, and I don't think we're going to go above it, which is a breath of fresh air on its own anyway. And I do believe that Manchester United are doing it right. I would have loved Neves to answer the question. Ahmad is our best winger. Let's be honest. Let's get back to Ahmad. We just touched on him then. Everyone is raving about, like, seriously, 30 million plus turned down already this summer. You can see why. And you just got to look at the likes of Jadon Sancho. And this is where I think this is a twist. Because obviously Ten Hag before the game today, everyone's seen the quotes talking up Jadon Sancho again. I thought Jadon Sancho played well. Personally, I don't like him. I don't like what he did. But if Ten Hag has to forgive him, then I have to forgive him. I have to go with what is happening at the football club. I'm not going to sit there in the stands and boo a guy because of something that's happened before. You're going to support whoever's in that Man United shirt. As much as it pains me, it does with Rashford. It does. I just want to see commitment. And when he puts the work in and he performs to the level we know he can be, then you get the support and you get the full backing in this fan base. But Jadon Sancho did all right. And Ten Hag before the game was saying Jadon Sancho and his preferred position coming off the left and this freaking inverted wingers garbage. Honestly, it does my treeing. And then Ahmad cuts in and scores a goal from it today, and you're like, oh, damn, I look like a tit. But he's saying Sancho from the left. So Ahmad on the right with Garnacho. Sancho challenging Rashford. Let the mates fight it out. Let's see how their friendship develops if Sancho takes Rashford's spot away. Because I don't think Garnacho is going to be budged in whatever position Ten Hag thinks. Like, we've had Garnacho on the right, we've had Garnacho on the left. Honestly feel like if he is integrating Jadon Sancho back in, like we said before, Facundo, see you later, he's gone, unfortunately. And we'll wait for that to develop. But Sancho from the left and where he played today, then you're going to see that Rashford, Sancho, Ahmad, Garnacho. Okay, Garnacho and Ahmad on one side fighting each other out. That's depth. That's decent cover. Ahmad pushes Garnacho, by the way. Let's not kid ourselves here. Right now, it is a question for you guys. You're starting the season. You've got everyone available. And on that right-hand side, you've got a choice between Garnacho and Ahmad. Who do you play? And tell me that that's not a difficult question to answer. Who plays for you, Ahmad or Garnacho? Right now, honestly, I know it's a friendly, but from what I've seen last season and the way he finished the season, I'm going to put Ahmad in ahead of Garnacho. You know what? I think Garnacho will thrive off this competition. He's the type of character that wants, now he's heading into winning major competitions and international competitions with Argentina. He's going to get used to playing with brilliant players, and he knows that he has to fight for his spot. Manchester United developing an environment now with this new structure where you know that your spot is never safe. You've got two best mates fighting it out on the left. If all is to go the way that it's been reported and Sancho stays, and Rashford obviously is staying as well. Sancho and Rashford on the left battling it out. Ahmad and Garnacho, best mates as well, on the right battling it out. And then Xerxes covering both sides as well as the middle with Rasmus Højlund. Oh, hello. And then will he drop Bruno in the middle? Bruno was alright again today. Needs more game time, but finding his feet again, it's good to see. You've just got to be able, I feel, as a manager with the Europa League coming up right now, to say, look, 4 games into an 8-game spell, United are clearly qualified in this Europa League. There's 4 more games to play. You start mixing it up. You start rotating the squad. You play all different players. If you've got a favourite front three, then you change the whole front three for the other games if you qualify. United should be just going hell-bent, smack, bang, full throttle on that Europa League. Get qualified as early as possible, and then start mixing up the squad, changing players, giving players a rest, giving players more game time. With the amount of games that United are involved in, obviously we've got the Community Shield, we've got an extra 2 games in the Europa League. I'm guessing we're going to be going strong again in the League Cup and the FA Cup like Ten Hag loves to do. It is. Do you know what, actually, I'm going to end that poll and I'm going to ask you guys the question. Over 1,500 votes near enough on the poll. Ending that right now. New poll going in, guys. Here you go. I want to see where everyone's at with this one. Start of the season, between Ahmad and Garnacho on the right-hand side, who do you start? The poll is going up in a second. This is where United should be. This is what we should be talking about as Manchester United. Picking between 2 quality players, 2 young quality players. On the other side, you've got 2 players who have got an awful lot to prove and who wants it more. It's worked out to be quite a decent scenario, this, for Manchester United right now. And then you've got the newcomer on the scene, and the newcomer from last season on the scene at number 9 in Xerxes and Rasmus Højlund. Wow, competition for places, depth, being able to rotate the squad. Ten Hag, like, seriously, if that man comes out next season and says he hasn't got options or he hasn't got the depth, and he starts moaning about injuries, everybody's going to laugh in his face. They will. We just talked about 6 different players there in that front line that can be rotated. And all of them can play either side as well. Now get that. Apart from Rasmus Højlund. So realistically, you've got 3 players for the right, 3 players for the left, 2 for the middle. What else do we need up front? Go and buy a bleeding midfielder. Get Ugarte over the line, please, so we can do that and get that deal done. Let's get into the comments. That poll is up right now, guys. And obviously, when the comment section comes up, if you're playing catch-up after the live show, get your comments in. Let me know what you think. Are you going with Garnacho or Ahmad on the right-hand side next season? And I'm going to be honest with you, now I'm going to ask you this as well. I should have done it. I may do it at the end of the show, but Sancho or Rashford on the left-hand side. Oh, decisions, eh? Some will say, no, I want Xerxes on the right or Xerxes on the left. I know what you're going to do. You're going to try and sabotage me. So it's like I've called you out already, so you might as well not bother. Ahmad crosses the ball and tries to set up his strikers, says Louise. Like Contango says, Garnacho is still short of being an automatic starter. He wasn't last season for Ten Hag, though, was it? Competition will help both, says Kaz. Garnacho can be great impact sub. He has had some good performances off the bench, elite baller. You're right about that, definitely. I would drop Rashford and play Ahmad and Garnacho. Yeah, you can do that if you want. Mix it completely up. This conversation has come about because Ten Hag was talking about starting Sancho on the left. That's where he's going to play. Sancho is back. We have to deal with it. We got the news yesterday about the Saudi Pro League being told that Sancho is not going to be sold this season. Neither is Casemiro. By the way, Casemiro looks like he's got himself into fit and ready shape to go for the start of the season. He's definitely used his time off well and not the opposite. I'll say that. So credit to him as well, fighting for his spot. It does look like Scott McTominay is the one that's going to suffer in all of this and be the one that's pushed out to me. But yeah, wow, that is a close vote, by the way. Straight away, over 300 votes. It's 52%. It's 51% to 49% in favour of Ahmad. Exactly what we wanted to see. No one can decide because we have got good players in depth going into this season. There's no excuse for Manchester United to go out there and smash it early doors at the start of this season. There's a few quotes coming out from Ten Hag on what's happening with Ahmad. And we have to see Ahmad in a different way. He is not inexperienced anymore. At the end of last season, he had a very good time in our first team. In his first team, this has to be the year. So Ten Hag's calling Ahmad out and saying this has to be his year. Well, he has to play then, doesn't he? The challenge, Ten Hag lays down the challenge to Ahmad. Again, that's from Chris Wheeler. He's saying this has to be the year again. Yeah, they're the latest coming out of what Ten Hag has been saying after the game today on Ahmad in particular. There's a lot of questions, obviously, because he's been picked as the man of the match. Everybody's raving about him, and I think it's a definite positive from today. And Manchester United looking like we've got players fighting for their positions. By the way, Lenny Yoro. Stats on Lenny Yoro from the game. 45 minutes played, 51 touches, 44 out of 48 successful passes, 3 passes into the final third, 100% tackles won, 100% duels won, 2 recoveries. Decent 45 minutes for Lenny Yoro. What did you reckon to Lenny Yoro's performance today, everybody? Were you impressed? There was that stray ball that he played across that Johnny Evans didn't read well. But yeah, it was still an alright impressive performance from him, I thought. Adam, I still think that may be the reason United are playing Sancho, because if he plays well, clubs might come in for him. But if Anthony goes to, then yeah, Sancho might stay. What do you think, Adam? Peter, freaking hell, I totally forgot. I had a great video yesterday on Anthony, and he can go. I forgot he was even. I'm talking about 4 wingers there. Xerxes covering both sides as well. So if in effect we've got 5. We've got 6, because Anthony can play on the right hand side as well. He doesn't stand a bleeding chance. Get him out of the football club now, and don't even let him be in the reckoning. I know that sounds horrible, but if you want to be successful, you're going to have to be brutal. You're going to have to be honest with these players and say you're not going to be first choice. If you want to make it here, you cannot be bitching and moaning about doing certain roles like you was towards the back end of last season, Anthony. Moaning that you had to play left back and right back. Shut up bitching and just accept that you're lucky to be on the bleeding pitch, mate. Mark says, Obi-Martin is a youth. Once he agrees he gets the scholarship, there is no fee to Arsenal. No, he has ended his scholarship contract with Arsenal, and he's free to go wherever he wants. It's just whatever new deal is put in place for him. It's basically a bidding war of contracts and how much game time he might get, or what the project is going to be for him. First super chat from Michael. Thanks for that, Michael. Ahmad is what we thought Sancho would be. It's a good point. He's everything right now what we hoped Sancho could produce. I mean, Sancho could still produce it. I still think, like what Peter said, I do think that there is an opportunity someone comes in for Sancho right at the depths of this transfer window. There is always that opportunity that could happen. But as it is right now, Manchester United are stacked in that forward line. We have got multiple options there now. We only expected Sancho to come back. If we can't sell Palestra, Jesus Christ, we've got him there as well. Zero excuse for Manchester United. We need to get another centre-back, another midfielder, and maybe a right-back with whatever money we make out of what we're going to sell. We talked about the 5 players that are on the out list yesterday. Maybe even 6. But like we said as well the other day, Scott McTominay is back in training. Rasmus Højlund and Christian Eriksen, 2 more players, like we can add to that front line, are going to be back into pre-season training as well this week. They will be going out on the tour, but obviously the first game against Arsenal, which is coming up next week, I don't know if they'll be considered. Scott McTominay possibly, but everyone that you've seen play, they'll decide on which of the youth players will go out on the tour. Not all of them will go out on tour, obviously. I think you'll expect the likes of Collier, who again impressed today alongside Casemiro. There's some good covering skills and reading of the game from Tom Collier. Definitely a positive for Manchester United, and an option I feel there in this season. If someone needs a rest, like I said, in a low-key Carabao Cup game, an end of the league stage of the Europa League game, and you need to rest players, you put Collier in, you give him that experience. Don't use injuries as an excuse next season. Give the players the opportunity when you can. That Europa League setup right now is the perfect opportunity for United to actually start using this squad that we've just talked about there and bigged up, because it is a deep squad. We have got a lot of players in this team and in this squad, a decent quality as well. Just talking about it then, and looking at the options, like if we bring in one more centre-back, like the options in defence, yeah, good at centre-back. Midfield, we need to improve that. We talked about Ugarte at the start of the show and how we're getting closer to a deal with PSG. That needs to happen as well. And then you're talking a different animal altogether for United going in next season. Pellistri and Hannibal should be sold. McTominay, Ericsson should also go. Lindelof and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, that's 90 million's worth. There is your centre-back and there is your centre midfielder straight into the first team. Definitely. What did we think to Joe Hugel's goal? What a goal that was. Wheatley almost. Honestly, Ahmad should have had 2 assists and a goal in that first half. He was setting up everyone left, right and centre. He should have had an assist off Jadon Sancho. He should have had an assist off Wheatley. Both missed their chances. Hugel took his. Excellent finish from Hugel. And where does he come in? Does he come in as an extra striker this season? Or is he sent out on loan again? How many more loans can Joe Hugel make? It's either, again, like Ten Hag talking after the game and saying that this has to be the season for Ahmad. Well, I think this has to be the season for a lot of the young youth players as well. Like the comment says there from James, like Hannibal, Pellistri, definitely going, 100%. Dango is still recovering from injury, I think. Yes, he is. He definitely is. And he was thought to be one of the players that could come through into this United team as well. Just under 600 likes, guys. Thank you so much. Keep them likes coming in, everybody. We've been hovering over 1,200 in the room for a long time now. Epic. Fantastic numbers. Thank you, everybody. Absolutely loving the shows at the moment. All tuning into the morning shows and the afternoon ones and the interactive ones that we're doing now. Keep it coming, guys. Subscribe to Forever United TV and obviously give the video a like as well. Thank you, everyone. Counter-attack, Rashford, Garnacho, tight game, Diallo and Sanchez. They are more creative and guarantee you get crosses and pass to a striker or midfielder. Proper strikers finish it was, says Michael. It was T-Fan who said the counter-attacking comment as well there. Louis says, that's what we want, Adam. Our winger providing service to the strikers. Yes, it is, Louise. And we got it today. Will he stay in the side? Well, Ten Hag's laid it down. This isn't just a challenge for Ahmad from Ten Hag. This is a challenge from Ahmad to Ten Hag, if you get what I mean. That's where I see it as well. It's like, yeah, Ten Hag can lay it down and say, you have to prove it. Well, I think Ahmad has been proving it, and then he just gets left out the side. So, yeah, look at that way, I say, and go, all right, Eric, yeah, you're calling out Ahmad, that's fair enough. And he's right, it has to be this season, but Ten Hag has to give him the chance as well, because he has done a lot. And he has done enough for me to warrant getting a sustained spell in this side, Ahmad. He's proved it again there today, like just back off pre-season, first action, and he looks like the best player on the park instantly. Instantly. Crazy. By the way, guys, I think on this stream alone we've had over 40 new subscribers. Crazy. 7 more subscribers will take us to a round number of needing only 500 to get to that magic 50k. Keep them coming in, guys. Share the video. Get your comments in as well. Let's have a look at the poll and where we're at. Who starts? Ahmed or Garnacho? Start of the season. 47% have gone Garnacho and 53% have gone Ahmed. I'm loving this fight for these positions now. It is going to be epic going into this season. Yeah, by the way, guys, we are doing a 50k giveaway. One of the Manchester United shirts for the new season. If it be the first, the home kit, the second, or the third, one of these is going to be given away when we hit 50k. More on that when we hit it, but we've got to get there first. 500. Can we get there this week? I'm going to be doing a 50k giveaway. One of Manchester United's new shirts for this season will be coming to a subscriber of the channel. So make sure that you are sharing the video. Make sure that you are building the channel up alongside me. It is our channel, and we are moving, guys. We are moving fast. So yeah, big giveaway on 50k, guys. Just so you know. Balvinda says, we have not done that much yet. Need a few more signings. We've done loads, Balvinda. Come on, mate. It's like everyone else is just scraping their first signings over the line now, and we're in communications for our third. We're already playing one of our signings in the second game of pre-season. And we're moving players out like Greenwood, Cambuala. We're getting business done, mate. And that's what's important. Cornish Maid, Eric can only choose those that do well in matches and training, not just because us fans think someone should start. He did say that Ahmad has been working well in training, deserves his chance in the side, should be playing more. He's doing everything that he says. He's doing everything that he says. And I feel like he deserves his chance in the first team. Don't get me wrong. Like, honestly, if Garnacho starts the start of next season, not got an issue with it. Garnacho deserves it. He's had a great season for me. Ups and downs in moments, coming out of form. I think he's been overplayed. But now Ten Hag has got no excuse for Ahmad or Rashford or anyone else in that front line to be out overworked. There's not an excuse. Right, Xerxes to come in, like we've just discussed, with Ahmad and Garnacho. You've got Anthony there, worst case bleeding scenario. If Sancho stays, obviously him and Rashford on one side. There is an awful lot that Manchester United's manager Erik ten Hag can do. And it's up to him as well as these players. It is, because I think the players are really, like, feeding into what he's saying. I do. I can feel it. I didn't think it would happen. Obviously, everyone knows my opinions on it, but I'm right behind this season coming up. Like, cannot wait for it to start. Honestly, cannot wait for it to start. We are at 650 likes for the live stream, guys. Is that a record? Well, live? It may well be. I really appreciate that. You might as well get it up to 7. I did ask for 1,000 likes on this video, so, hey, let's go for it, guys. And we did pass that 500 mark on the subs as well, so we're at 49,511 right now as I see it. And less than 500 away from 50k. Whoa, yes! I cannot wait. I still remember someone coming on the stream and saying this channel's never going to get to 50k when I started it up again in October last year. So bring on that day, and then I can get the middle fingers out and swivel again to people. If you know, you know. Robert says, obviously Euro will make mistakes, but good learning curve today. Euro signing has a big impact on that game. Diallo, Sancho, Mount look like new signings due to banned / injuries. And barely get to game time. I barely had any game time last season. They should be fresh. United have got a lot of fresh players going into this new season. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how the players like Mount and Sancho, if he gets given a second chance, even though I don't think he should, Ahmad, when they get given their chance, having not played a lot last season, if they take it, all eyes are on them and we're all bigging them up. But it is up to them to actually take the opportunity. They need to come through for Ten Hag as well and make it impossible for him to drop him. So, yeah, that's the big positive from this. But Euro, like, I was loving it. Like, just to see him, he just looks composed. He's giving his orders out, telling players where to be and everything like that. Linked up well with Johnny Evans, I thought, for the most part. I'm liking it. I'm loving seeing him in a red shirt. He is another specimen, isn't he? He's another big lad. Like, we're bringing some height into the team, if anything, aren't we? Like, Euro 6'3", Xerxes 6'4". We have got some strength in that team now, I think. Keep your comments coming in, guys. We're going to do a few more. Collier showed up today. Collier again in midfield. Like, get your comments in on him, guys. Amazing work. The effort and that hard work you put in to your channel has and will continue to reward you, bro. Keep up the great work. Love that, Mark. Thank you, mates. Really appreciate comments like that. I'd be happy for us to keep Sancho if he makes an effort, says Cornish Maid. Trashford and Crapcho now realise it's a new United. Either they will pull up their socks or your career going downhill. Well, hopefully Ten Hag doesn't feel like he has to play these players. Joe Hugill needs more game time, says UK Strange. Do you guys agree? Like, Wheatley didn't do too bad. He's growing. And everyone's been going on about Wheatley. But you've got to look at the fact that Hugill has been waiting even longer for his opportunity. And has just been waiting in the wings there. And all he can do is come on and score goals in friendlies and try and get the manager's head turned. That's all these players can do. Yep. So Money Radcliffe says, top 4, Europa League plus Community Shield. Adam, good enough in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, talking to a few City fans actually at the Tifo launch party last night, and they reckon look like City never win the Community Shield. They reckon United will win it. And Ten Hag can claim another trophy. Whether or not you want to call that a trophy, you've earned the right to be there by winning the cup. So is this not another trophy to start the season? Do you get what I mean? Like, is the Community Shield a trophy? Can you count it? That's another debate, isn't it? With Branthwaite out of the way, do we go all in now for Matthijs de Ligt? That's another question. I thought Hugo had a good game today, but overall play, I thought Wheatley looked more mature. You would say that, Louise. It's 1-0 to me in terms of goals scored in pre-season. I told you he's got something. Hugo's quick, by the way. He is lightning. I would rather promote Wheatley or Hugo than buy Tony. I think a few people would agree with you on that one, buddy. Almost at 700 likes, guys. Seriously, man, you guys have killed it today. Let's get a few more in. Right, I'm going to end the poll. Actually, let's get the poll up to 1,000 votes, guys. That would be 2 polls over 1,000 votes on one show, which is epic. 54% of you are saying you would start Ahmad ahead of Garnacho come the start of the season. Now, there's a lot of games to play, and there's a long way to go until we get to the start of the season. Well, there isn't. There's less than a month. But there is 4 more pre-season games to play, including the Community Shield. So, yeah. Let's see what happens. Garnacho, unfortunately, we're not going to see on the tour because of his commitment to Argentina and the Copa America. Likewise, Kobe Mainoo and Luke Shaw. United could be in a position where, come the Community Shield, we've got another 4 first-team players coming back, and we've already got a decent first team set up, ready to go. And let's not forget, if Malacia, who is now running on grass, gets fit again, you're going into the season here with some serious numbers, squad-wise. And you have to look at it positively. Surely you have to be positive in what you're looking at right now with Manchester United, guys. 6 more votes, guys, and then we'll close it down. It is tight as hell. Seriously, it is tight. Okay, that is the poll done. Well over 1,000 votes. Thank you, everybody, for getting involved. We'll end that there. Ahmad has taken it. It could be a case where Garnacho just isn't ready at the start of the season and Ahmad gets the opportunity. Is he going to do enough to keep his place in the side? I think that's the challenge that Ten Hag was talking about before the game. Sorry, after the game today. That, look, Ahmad is probably going to start the season because of Garnacho's commitments internationally over the summer. Is he good enough, and can he take this chance to then keep himself in that side and keep Garnacho out? If he keeps Garnacho out of these first few games of the season, then you can see Ahmad getting a new contract, which is fantastic for Manchester United. Because I don't want to say this simply because I want to sell Man United players, but when have we ever had a team at Manchester United over the last few years where we've got people knocking on the door trying to buy our players? How long has it been since we've had that at this football club? It's got to have been like a decade, because we've been buying all the wrong players. The fact that Mason Greenwood is a record sale for the football club since Alex Ferguson left tells you everything you need to know. Absolutely shocking. And that, it needs to be rectified. So United having all of these players, quality and depth, and everything along with it, then I reckon we are going to be looking at the United of old. Like, I was trying to think of a way to say that then, but I couldn't think. It was like, I can't actually remember a time when I stood there like and thinking like Real Madrid would want this player, Barcelona would want that, this player's head would be turned with a bid from then, a substantial bid I'm talking as well. Like, obviously, like Ahmad, if he stays in this side right now, you're talking a 50-60 million pound player there. And if United sign him up to a new contract, I mean, he does take that chance that we just spoken about, then you're looking at Ahmad getting a new deal with a sell-on clause in that deal, a substantial one. He is 22, young. Seriously, that really buzzing, excited beyond. Can't tell you. Super chat in from Tom. Cheers, mates. 800 likes. Have we got 800 likes on the show? Wowza. Guys, since I called you out on the subscriber shout as well, yeah, that's gone on to amazing numbers again. Like, seriously, we've had epic numbers on this show alone. It's been brilliant. I think we have got everything covered now, though, guys. I hate to leave you. We could go on forever, but we've got to let it go. I'm going to go and watch the game back again, just because I want to see and analyse a few more of the players. I want to look at a few more things in detail, and we'll come back on that as well. By the way, guys, anyone who's asking, like last night we did the watch along. Last night we did the launch party for TIFO. And anyone who was asking, like, what is TIFO, what you're doing in London, what's it all about, I'm just going to drop the link in. Sorry, guys, 1 second. I'm just going to drop the link into the chat right now, so you guys can go and see yourself of what is coming up. So I've got that. I'm just going to pop that in now and pin it to the top of the chat for you guys to get involved. So we launched TIFO. The party was launched. It was a launch party last night. Sorry. For what is to come this season. Guys, I kid you not, like, just click on the link, get on there, and then when the season starts, you will be blown away. Trust me, you'll be blown away. Just give it a chance. Give it a chance, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But that all kicks off with the start of the season. It does. 768 likes in one live stream. I asked for 1,000 overall. I think we're going to smash it out of the park. We really are. And yeah, a bleeding good show, guys. Epic. All of my mods, love you all. Members, new subscribers, everyone who's commented, and I didn't read your message out, get in the comments below. Talk to me about Ahmad or Garnacho. Are you happy with Euro? Are you confident that Manchester United now will go out and get Ugarte and De Ligt with the money that we're going to make? I've got a feeling that tomorrow's going to be another epic one. I'll be back early in the morning, but I can't wait to get back to the normal schedule. And get back in the studio with you guys. It's the first show back. We are back now, guys, officially, so don't worry. I know we still covered the content on the go, and you guys supported the channel immensely again, but yeah, appreciate you all. Fantastic job again today, everyone. Give the video a like and do subscribe on your way out if you haven't already, and I will see you in the morning, guys, unless United drop something on us tonight. Hopefully not, because I'm bleeding knackered and I want to go and watch some football, but I'll see you all in the morning anyway. Have a good one, guys. Love you all.